Hi, my name's Becky Roach, and I'm going to be your instructor this semester for EDEM 330. I've created this instructional video on the syllabus so that we don't have to take a lot of time in class the first day, reading through all the expectations and how we're doing instruction. I would rather reserve that time for us to get to know each other better and do some significant class activities together. Okay, so what I would like you to do is go to Blackboard, download the syllabus so you can take a look at it during the video. Then when you finish the video, there is going to be a quiz online that you need to take. You have to take that quiz until you get 100% correct. The reason for that is that I want to be 100% sure that you understand the expectations of this class. So, go ahead and watch the video and then take your online quiz, and I'll see you in class. Bye-bye. This course is designed to guide you through the foundational aspects of reading instruction. It will take you through theories, research, and strategies relative to reading instruction. You will also have structured opportunities to practice assessing students as well as designing instruction to meet their individual needs. Most of the strategies you will learn in this class are designed for instruction in grades kindergarten through 5 with a greater emphasis on K to 2. But many of these approaches can be used in preschool, middle, or even high school reading instruction. We are going to dig deep into the Common Core state standards in literacy. We will be referring back to these standards during class, and they are going to guide the instruction you design for your field experience. It is really important that you develop an understanding of what these standards mean and connect them to real, concrete practices as well as the research that informed them. Finally, we will be looking at the Praxis 2 guide for the reading content portion of this test, because it is important that I also prepare you for the test you must take to become a certified teacher. So I've consciously designed my instruction with this final test in mind. All the activities in this class model the 4 C's of 21st century learning. This class is designed to provide you with relevant, real-world experience that you can use in a classroom this semester and beyond when you are in your own classroom, designing literacy instruction to meet the needs of your students. You will have opportunities to talk and work with other students as well as classroom teachers. You will create your own questions to guide your learning in this class and come up with instruction for elementary students that address their learning needs. You will be asked to analyze student data and think critically to design your own learning. You will be asked to think critically about data and instructional practices. Remember, so much of this will be completely new to you. Be patient with the class content as well as with yourself. This class won't be easy, but it will be worth your time. So let's talk about the books I chose for you this semester. I've been using these 2 books since I was a classroom teacher, although these editions are newer. I can honestly tell you that they are very effective tools for assessing the literacy needs of students and creating activities to address those individual needs. In fact, they're still being used in many classrooms today. You will be using the Assessing Reading book to assess students during your field experience. All the assessment tools you need to find out what children know and are able to do in reading are in this collection. Then, once you've determined their needs, you will be using the Teaching Reading Sourcebook to create your instruction. The Sourcebook also provides research to explain these practices as well as clear definitions of terms. I want you to have books that will become resources to help you as a teacher when you have your own classroom. That is why I chose less traditional textbooks and instead chose books that teachers are using to guide their instruction. This class will help familiarize you on how to use these books when you become a teacher. The content in this course has been divided into what is often called the 5 core areas of reading. They include phonemic awareness, phonics, vocabulary, fluency, and comprehension. This would be a good time for you to look at the course syllabus, specifically the colorful course calendar that I've inserted. Instruction in each of these core areas follows a repeating sequence of instructional activities designed to provide you with the knowledge and skills to teach literacy. These include self-assessment, online videos with class notes, textbook notes, in-class activities, demonstration videos that you'll make, field experiences. Then at the very end, you'll be composing a case study to analyze the child that you have assessed and taught. Finally, there will be an online quiz. Of each course sequence, you will do a self-assessment so that you can reflect on your knowledge and skills. This is a strategy that causes you to think about your own learning, a metacognitive strategy. We will be using post-it notes and I can statements for you to record what you think you already know about a core area, as well as what you think you need to know. We will also use these post-it notes to assess what you've learned and correct misconceptions you may have in that core area. Most of our classroom sessions are flipped. That means you prepare for the class by reading your textbook and watching online videos and taking notes in your journal. It is important that you always bring your journal to class. You will need the information in that journal to complete classroom activities. I rarely lecture in class. Content comes from your readings and these videos, so it is imperative that you take really thorough notes. Your time in class will be very active. This is where you get work done. You practice strategies, analyze data, watch videos of highly effective teaching, and even begin writing your lesson plans. You receive credit for participating in these activities only if you are in class. You can get notes from someone else on the activity so that you don't fall behind, but these are participation grades. Remember that much of what we do is collaborative, so you get credit for working with others. You do not want to miss class. Now, we all know that life happens, so if you miss a class, you won't lose enough credit to make a significant difference in your grade, but miss too many classes and your grade will suffer. More importantly, you will miss out on the practice and discussions you need to be successful. In order to assess how well you can implement teaching strategies, I will need to see and hear you demonstrate that strategy. However, there just isn't enough time in a class period for me to watch each of you individually do that. You will be asked to create very simple videos with your computer camera or phone to demonstrate that you can do that. You will just upload these videos to Blackboard for me to watch and assess. Don't worry, we will discuss how to do this in class before the first video is due, but this exercise also serves another purpose. You will find that being able to create and upload videos will serve you as an effective strategy for you to flip your own classroom or to create videos that provide your parents with crucial information. Field hours for this class are strategically planned to practice and demonstrate your learning in a real classroom setting. For each of the core reading areas, you will assess at least one student, analyze the results of that assessment, and then design instruction to meet the individual needs of the student you have assessed. That means you will not be spending 10 hours randomly observing a teacher. Your field experiences must be spaced out over the course of the semester in order to do this. During class, we will discuss how field hours will be scheduled. Of each core area sequence, you will complete a case study analysis on one of the students you assessed and taught for a total of 5 case studies. Over the course of the semester, these will become more complex. They will include background on your student, the assessments your student completed, and 2 of these case studies will include full K-TIP lesson plans. You will receive in-depth instructions and rubrics for each of these assignments, and we will discuss expectations in class. Finally, you will complete an online multiple-choice open note quiz on Blackboard to conclude each sequence. You may take each quiz twice, but the last attempt will determine the grade. If you miss the deadline for the quiz, you receive a 0 because we go on to the next core area right away. The quiz usually stays open for 5 to 7 days depending on the day of the week I upload it. Please do not ask me to open a quiz back up once it has expired. I will not. The results of the quizzes are crucial to informing my instruction and whether or not I must reteach a concept. The schedule is firm. At the end of the semester, you will take a comprehensive paper and pencil final exam. The time and day are determined by the MSU final schedule. The test will include multiple choice, short answers, such as listing, and essays. As I discussed earlier, you can only earn participation grades if you are in class. It is important that you attend. It's also important that you arrive to class on time. When you come to class late, you disrupt the learning of others. You also miss important class activities. But it also may indicate a lack of professionalism. It is my job to prepare you for the real world of teaching, and that includes professionalism. If you are late to class 3 times, you will meet with me to discuss what is preventing you from arriving on time and what can be done to fix the problem. If you are late to class again, I will send you a letter of warning. A 5th tardy will result in a negative disposition in your Folio 180 record, which may impact your ability to do your student teaching. You will sign in for every class period. I collect the sign-in sheet when class begins, but then make it available for you to sign during the class break if you are late. If I have to cancel class, I will put an alternative assignment on Blackboard that will be due before the following class period. Your assignments have been designed to do more than just earn a grade. All the assignments have been designed for you to practice and demonstrate your knowledge. These are turned in by an intentionally selected due date so that you can get the most out of the instructional sequence. Completing an assignment after the due date means that you will not have practiced the skill and I have not been able to assess your knowledge in a timely manner. I understand that events take place in your life that may cause you to turn in an assignment late. You can still turn in an assignment if you do not meet the deadline, but 10% of the possible credit would be deducted for every day the assignment is missed. That means even before your work is graded, points are deducted. So if you turn in your assignment 2 days late, it will receive an 80% before it is even graded. If the assignment is not correct, further points are deducted. For that reason, it is important to look at assignments before they are due. It is not appropriate to contact me the night before the assignment is due and tell me that you don't understand the content or are experiencing difficulty completing the project. Academic dishonesty is taken very seriously at MSU. This includes cheating, fabrication, plagiarism, or helping others to do any of these things. If you are discovered committing academic dishonesty, MSU will follow up. Finally, cell phone policy. We will probably use our phones for instruction from time to time in class. That's great. Checking your personal business during class is not. Using your phone during inappropriate times demonstrates a lack of self-control and professional maturity. I will warn you the first time and meet with you the second time. If it happens again, I will file a negative disposition in Folio 180. Overall, I'm so glad to have you in my class. I think this will be a great opportunity for us to learn from each other and from our partnering school. I feel so fortunate to be able to be a part of your learning experience. I hope that this is one of the first steps on your journey to being an effective reading teacher. Now, you can close this video out and go to Blackboard and take the online quiz on the syllabus. Remember, you need to take this quiz until you make 100%. See you in class.